Kako, a Coma Mighty Curtain Call, a weekly program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and or with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. Pro Arts Playhouse opened their much-anticipated production of Jonathan Larson's Rent. Unfortunately, it was Friday the 13th, and after 45 minutes, the house lights came on and Pro Arts Executive Director, whose birthday it was, Lynn McCune, announced South Kihei Road was flooding, and in recognition of the danger, they had to make the very difficult decision to cancel the rest of the performance. I want to tell you, that first 45 minutes was the most gripping theater I have seen in a very long time. I was transfixed by every moment. Jesse Rossetti's not only directed and choreographed this show, but he stepped into one of the lead roles, Mark Cohen, the narrator, a struggling documentary filmmaker who has recently been dumped by his bisexual girlfriend, Maureen, Cicely Mathenia, and is trying to inspire his roommate, Roger Davis, P.T. Mahoney, a once successful musician, lead singer, and recovering junkie, now trying to write that one great tune in honor of his late girlfriend, April, who committed suicide when she found out he was HIV positive. Then there is their downstairs neighbor, Mimi Marquez, Kylie Kaeo, an exotic dancer, also HIV positive, who is Roger's on-again, off-again wannabe lover. Joanne Jefferson, Aida Rose, is an Ivy League-educated public interest attorney who is Maureen's lover. She has very powerful parents. Her father is undergoing judicial confirmation, and her mother is a government official. Now we come to the other roommate, Tom Collins, Charles Cook, a gay NYU professor who Mark describes as, quote, a computer genius, teacher, and vagabond anarchist who ran naked through the Parthenon, unquote. His romantic interest in the show is Angel Dumont Chouinard, a drag queen also with AIDS, a street percussionist who is a she when performing and he all the rest of the time. Finally, we come to Benjamin Benny Kaufman III, Brock Kaho Ohanohano Ambrose, who was once their roommate, but he married well into a Fairfield County, Connecticut real estate family. He owns the building where Mark, Roger, and Tom are squatting and intends to evict the tent city next door to build a state-of-the-art recording studio. He is now an outcast, considered yuppie scum by his former roommates. He once had a relationship with Mimi. There is a 7-person ensemble who plays 17 other parts: Nara Boone, Amber Rose Seelig, Courtney Pritt, Sienna Days, Nick Thompson, Ikaika Rains, and John Galvin. In the first 45 minutes of the show, there were 14 songs. It's more like an operetta than a musical. In fact, Mr. Larsson based the show on Giacomo Puccini's great opera La Boheme. He Americanized the names. Mark is Marcello, Roger is Rodolfo, Mimi is Mimi, Joanne is Alessandro, Tom is Colleen, Angel is Chouinard, Maureen is Musetta, and Benjamin is Benoit. Among those 14 songs were some great ones. The big number, Rent, featuring Mr. Rossetti's and Mr. Mahoney with the entire cast, was a magnificent number. The complexity of the music cannot be overstated. The sensuous duet between Mr. Mahoney and Ms. Kaeo, Light My Candle, was a conversational seduction where wants were stated and rejected. The song draws melodic content directly from one of Puccini's most famous tenor arias, Che Gelinda Manina. The show-stopping performance by came when in full drag on Today for You. She announced she got a whole bunch of money from an affluent couple by killing a dog playing her drum very loudly for an hour. She concluded with a cartwheel and a full split. It brought the house down. One of the most emotional and humorous moments of those 45 minutes came during the song Life Support. This takes place during an HIV support group meeting. There is a, quote, forget, regret refrain, and they talked about remembering love. Gordon, Ikaika Rains, says he has a problem with this credo, my T cells are low. I regret that news, okay? Paul, Nick Thompson, the leader of the meeting, replies, okay, but Gordon, how do you feel today? Gordon admits that he is feeling the best he has felt all year. Paul asks then, why choose fear? Gordon says, I'm a New Yorker. Fears my life. The audience erupted in laughter. When Benny offers them free rent for life if they help disrupt Maureen's demonstration against his eviction of the homeless in the tent city, they turn him down. Mr. Ambrose displayed the quest for sympathy and arrogance at once convincingly. Rent is a deep, complicated story of life in the early days of the AIDS crisis in the 80s on the Lower East Side of New York City, known as Alphabet City, because it takes place below 12th Street and between Avenue A and B. What I've seen so far is Mr. Rossetti's outstanding creative vision, honoring Mr. Larson's intentions and bringing to life these damaged, struggling characters in truthful, passionate, and exceptional performances. Vanya Jerome is the music director, and how she is able to do all she does makes me wonder if she has a doppelganger hidden somewhere. There are 42 songs in this show. Some of the music is taken right out of Puccini, and that which comes from Mr. Larson is just as operatic. The singing by everyone was Broadway quality. Ms. Jerome has done a great job with this cast. The band Ms. Jerome has put together is hidden behind a window, and they are so good, you think you might be listening to a track. Besides Ms. Jerome on first keyboard, there is Francisco Ballestero on keyboard 2 and guitar 2, Prembrosio on guitar, Ashton Yarborough on bass, and Perry Gregus on drums, and they are great. Lily Campbell and Larissa Williams get the credit for the costume design. Ms. Caello's things exude tasteful sensuality. They Gabbin's drag outfit is totally spectacular. Everyone else reads Alphabet City all the way. Mr. Rossetti's was also the choreographer. The movement of the actors on the stage was terpsichorean, and the variety of dances in the short time went from tango to drag queen extravaganza to strip club hot. Terrific work. Mr. Rossetti's is doing Mark next week, and then Ricky Jones will step in as Mark for the rest of the run. I actually have a personal connection to the show. In 1994, I took a producing class in New York City. We were about to start a theater company and thought it would be a good idea to learn from one of the top producers in New York. In that class was Honolulu-born Kevin McCullum, who went on to become the co-producer of Rent, and for the last 25 years has been one of the New York's top producers with such hits as In the Heights, Avenue Q, Ragtime, The Drowsy Chaperone, Something Rotten, Oh Mary, and his upcoming The Devil Wears Prada, the musical. The plays he has produced have received 25 Tony Awards. This is a small glimpse into this exceptional production. It's too bad the storm curtailed the show, but I will see the whole show on Thursday, and next week I'll have a full review for you. Rent continues until April 5th, Easter Sunday, Thursday through Saturday at 7:30, and Sundays at 2 p.m. There is a possibility it will be extended for Thursday and Saturday, the 9th and the 11th, respectively, and Sunday the 12th at 2 p.m. Go to www.proartsmaui.org for tickets and information. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Mahalo nui loa for joining me. I'm Paul James Brown. Maui strong. Ahui ho.
To sing